parts of Juneau. There's the touristy area where the cruise ships show up, and that's where I am right now. I'm by the cruise port, and this is just, you know, this weird thing, mix of bars, and there's an AT&T store that doesn't look like it has any business, and jewelry stores. It's really weird. It's really weird. Now, I could take you over to the residential side of Juneau, but there's not much to it. Instead, I'm going to give you some facts about Juneau, and I'm going to show you some of the, at least the touristy area of Juneau. Now, everyone knows that Alaska was originally owned by, well, obviously the native Alaskans, but the Russians owned the territory that is Alaska originally, and they eventually sold it to the United States. They did have a fur trading colony from 1794 to 1867, but they didn't settle in the area of Juneau. The first Europeans to explore the Juneau area showed up in the summer of 1794. They were on a ship called the Discovery, and it was part of George Vancouver's 1791 to 1795 expedition. After the California gold rush, a lot of miners were traveling up and down the west coast looking for new gold deposits and new places to mine and whatever they had to do to find the gold. Some of them ended up in Alaska, including George Pills. He was a mining engineer from Sitka, and he offered locals a reward if they could bring him some ore that had gold in it and tell them where they found it at. Eventually, a local showed up with some gold, so he sort of dispatched two men, Richard Harris and Joe Juneau, to investigate the area. Juneau and Harris made their campsite at the head of what is now known as Cold Creek, and in the book Alaskan Days with John Muir, Harris is quoted as saying that they were pulling gold nuggets out of the creek the size of peas and beans. So I think a lot of people that visit Juneau will look at the downtown area because most people are going to come in on a cruise ship, and it looks nice. And it's a beautiful city. It's not so much a beautiful city outside of the downtown area. I cruised around some of the neighborhoods, and they're a little bit run down. That's how they look. And you kind of look, okay, poverty, run down. But, I mean, there is poverty, don't get me wrong. But a lot of the problems with a lot of their neighborhoods, housing areas, whatever, it's the harsh weather. It really makes it kind of look run down. It's hard to maintain the buildings and things like that. Downtown, I'm sure, is a struggle. They're always fixing something or doing something just to make that area look good. Supplies also play a big part of what's going on with Juneau's buildings and everything else like that. Sort of like Hawaii, they gotta have everything shipped to them. I'm sure lumber's easy to come by, but just about everything else, it's a bit of a struggle. So that was my little walking tour loop of Juneau. Juneau, I think, is a beautiful city, mostly downtown. Beautiful scenery, beautiful, well, I wouldn't say weather, but I mean, the air is clean. It's a really nice city. It's just, I don't know, I wouldn't buy a house there. That's just my thing. I wouldn't live there. I'm sure there's some wonderful neighborhoods, but the ones around downtown, they don't look too good. All right, everyone, that's today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you got some information out of it. Now go out, have a great day, and be nice to each other.